19 celebrities who left Hollywood for God.
You just said what?
I did not say what. I said you.
That's what I'm asking you.
And you is answering.
Shut up. What's your name?
Me.
Yes, you.
I am me.
He's me. And I'm you.
Imagine trading a life of red carpets and millions for a simple room in a convent. Picture a comedy legend walking away from blockbuster roles to stay true to his convictions. These are not just career changes. These are life-altering decisions made for something bigger than fame. Get ready to be shocked and inspired by the stories of 20 celebrities who walked away from Hollywood to follow their faith. Chris Tucker.
Who are you?
You.
No, not me, you.
Yes, I'm you.
Just answer the damn questions. Who are you?
I have told you.
American comedian and actor Chris Tucker first gained recognition for his stand-up before breaking into acting in the early 1990s. His career took off with the role of Smokey in the cult classic Friday, but it was his dynamic pairing with Jackie Chan as Detective James Carter in the Rush Hour movies that catapulted him to international fame.
I'm Detective Carter. Do you speak any English?
He also delivered memorable performances in The Fifth Element and later in Silver Linings Playbook. Interestingly enough, before his Hollywood days, Tucker honed his comedic skills by performing in local Atlanta comedy clubs, often mimicking the voices and mannerisms of famous comedians he admired, which would later become a hallmark of his stand-up and acting style. Tucker was raised in a devout Pentecostal Christian family. Both his parents were active in the Church of God in Christ. Despite this foundation, he drifted from his faith in his youth. A significant turning point occurred after working on the 1997 film Money Talks. Something about that experience led to a profound spiritual awakening, and he became a born-again Christian.
Whoa! Come on, man, let me go. I love Chinese people.
Following this, he became much more selective about his roles, turning down parts he felt conflicted with his renewed faith. He famously declined to reprise his role in the Friday sequel due to its vulgar content. However, he continued with the Rush Hour series, comfortable with its more family-friendly tone and humor, which also paid him $20 million. Today, Tucker's acting appearances are more sporadic, as he focuses primarily on performing stand-up comedy that is clean and suitable for all ages. He stated in a 2014 interview, "I don't curse or use offensive language in my routines anymore," a direct reflection of his Christian commitment. Dolores Hart.
Oh, stop. The first time you ever told a girl you liked her.
Dolores Hart captured hearts as a rising Hollywood star in the late 1950s and early 60s. Her career ignited early with a starring role opposite Elvis Presley in Loving You. She quickly ascended, becoming a sought-after actress appearing in films like King Creole, Where the Boys Are, and Francis of Assisi. But at the pinnacle of her success, Hart made a life-altering decision. In 1963, she stunned the world by entering the Benedictine Abbey of Regina Laudis in Bethlehem, Connecticut, taking vows as a Roman Catholic nun. A pivotal moment arrived after she portrayed Kathy Maywood in The Mountain of the Sun, an episode of the TV series The 11th Hour. Hart played a Catholic missionary who risks everything to uphold her vows to God, echoing the dedication of her deceased husband in aiding impoverished and sick Native American tribes. This role proved to be her last, as Hart had already decided to trade Hollywood for a spiritual life. In a Fox News interview, Hart spoke about her time working with Elvis and the choice she ultimately made. "Did you know she was engaged at the time of filming Loving You?" Don Pritzker, the heir to the Hyatt Hotel fortune, was her fiancé, but after just a few months they separated, it seems, as she found her faith. She recalled a meaningful moment on the set of Loving You when Elvis handed her a Bible, saying, "Miss Dolores, would you open this book? What do you see? What does it mean to you?" Their between-takes conversations about Scripture profoundly impacted her. Reflecting on her transformative journey, Hart said, "I think it's important for anyone to understand that it was a dramatic change. It wasn't something I planned on. I thought I would go through my time in Hollywood. However, this vocation showed me my life's purpose. Then I started to ask myself, What am I doing in Hollywood? Where is this going to take me? The realization became clear, and really it's a gift. I was so lucky God called me. The remarkable story of her life was documented in the film God is the Bigger Elvis, which received an Academy Award nomination for Best Documentary. Neil McDonough.
At the ankles, just like your Sarah.
Neil McDonough is a highly regarded American actor and producer, known for his diverse roles across film and television. His career took off in the early 1990s, but it was his portrayal of Lieutenant Lynn Buck Compton in the acclaimed HBO miniseries Band of Brothers that catapulted him to fame. Since then, he has captivated audiences in major films like Minority Report, The Chronicles of Riddick, and Captain America: The First Avenger. Interestingly, despite often playing villainous characters, McDonough is actually an extremely dedicated father who once brought all 5 of his children on set, causing the film crew to build an on-location nursery. His devout Catholic faith deeply influences both his personal life and professional choices, even causing a few Hollywood speed bumps along the way. In 2003, McDonough married South African model Ruve Robertson after meeting her in the UK during the filming of Band of Brothers. His unwavering faith and profound respect for his wife led him to establish firm boundaries in his acting career. He refuses to perform sex scenes, kiss female co-stars, or use the Lord's name in vain. These principles cost him a role on the TV series Scoundrels after he declined to participate in sex scenes. We all know that I kind of went through troubles years back because I won't kiss another woman on screen. At the time, it was painful. I didn't work for 2 years. I lost everything: house, cars, this and that. It was one of the most brutal times in my life. I am very religious. I put God and family first and me second. That's what I live by. It was hard for a few years, he explained to Fox Business. Kirk Cameron.
I'm not trying to tell you how to live your lives, but I am telling you that you don't have to do something you don't want to just to keep your friends happy.
Kirk Cameron is an American evangelist, actor, and television host, best known for his role as Mike Seaver on the ABC sitcom Growing Pains, a performance that garnered him 2 Golden Globe nominations. Growing up, his family didn't attend church, and he considered himself a firm atheist. Cameron broke into the entertainment industry at age 14 and swiftly ascended to become one of the most recognizable teen heartthrobs of the 1980s, gracing the covers of countless teen magazines, a stark contrast to his later image as a conservative Christian figure. His perspective on faith radically changed during his time on Growing Pains. It wasn't a preacher or a religious text that initially swayed him, but a conversation with the father of a girl he was interested in who said to him, "You have a lot, but you don't have the Lord." This simple statement sparked a spiritual journey, leading him to commit his life to God. He began attending church and embraced born-again Christianity. Cameron did not abandon Hollywood entirely, even with his newfound faith, but eventually creative differences started to grow over character plots. Toward the end of Growing Pains, disagreements arose with the show's producers due to character arcs that he felt went against his Christian beliefs, such as issues of faith and infidelity. These tensions ultimately contributed to the show's conclusion after 7 successful seasons. After Growing Pains, he transitioned into faith-based media. Notably, Cameron starred in several Christian films, including the Left Behind series, based on the popular End Times novels, and in Fireproof, a film that promotes Christian marriage. He also became a vocal Christian evangelist. He produced and hosted religious programs like The Way of the Master, becoming a strong advocate for Christian values. Some of Cameron's publicly expressed views have caused significant controversy, particularly within mainstream circles. In an appearance on Piers Morgan Tonight, he famously stated, "Being homosexual is unnatural, detrimental, and ultimately destructive to the foundations of civilization." This statement ignited a firestorm of criticism, including from some of his former Growing Pains castmates. Yet Cameron remained steadfast in his beliefs. He is known for encouraging Christians with quotes like, "Put your nose into the Bible every day. It is your spiritual food, and then share it." Make a vow not to be a lukewarm Christian. Johnny Cash. Johnny Cash was an iconic American singer-songwriter, renowned for his deep bass baritone voice and his ability to blend genres such as country, rock and roll, rockabilly, blues, folk, and gospel. One of the best-selling music artists in history, Cash sold over 90 million records worldwide. His rise to stardom began in the mid-1950s when he signed with Sun Records and released classic hits like I Walk the Line and Folsom Prison Blues. Despite his success, Cash struggled with personal demons, turning to drugs and alcohol to manage the pressures of fame. In 1968, Cash experienced a spiritual awakening and became a born-again Christian. This marked a turning point in his life and career as he decided to stop performing secular music. Reflecting on this transformation, Cash stated, "A few years ago, I was hooked on drugs. I dreaded to wake up in the morning. There was no joy, peace, or happiness in my life. Then one day, in my helplessness, I turned my life completely over to God. Now I can't wait to get up in the morning to study the Bible." In 1971, Cash publicly reaffirmed his faith by answering the altar call at Evangel Temple in Nashville, a church led by Assemblies of God pastor Jimmy R. Snow. By the mid-1970s, Cash was ordained as a minister and officiated his daughter's wedding. Cash continued to share his faith through his music and personal outreach. In 1989, at a performance in Arkansas, he spoke about his dedication to helping save the souls of drug dealers and alcoholics. He recorded several gospel albums and even produced a spoken word recording of the entire New King James Version of the New Testament. His influence extended beyond music, as he is credited with leading actor and singer John Schneider to Christianity. In his later years, Cash and his wife, June Carter Cash, became active members of the First Baptist Church in Hendersonville, Tennessee, further demonstrating their commitment to their faith. Alexa Penavega. Alexa Penavega, an American actress and singer, is best known for her role as Carmen Cortez in the initial 4 Spy Kids films, and as Julie Corky in the 2004 teen movie Sleepover. Interestingly, before her Spy Kids fame, Alexa appeared in the disaster thriller Twister at the tender age of 8, a testament to her early start in Hollywood. Alexa found her husband, Carlos Penavega, during a Bible study. The couple made a significant move to Hawaii in 2017, choosing to prioritize their faith and family life. After getting married, Penavega found her true self in her relationship with Christ, and subsequently chose to step back from the Hollywood scene. Together, Alexa and Carlos have actively sought out projects that align with their Christian beliefs, including starring in several films and series like The Power Couple, available on Pure Flix. In a recent interview, Alexa candidly discussed her choice to leave Hollywood, stating, "I felt this tug in my heart. I felt it was God going, 'You guys need to get out of here. It's time.' I didn't want to move. I knew it was the right decision, but it wasn't something that I was so excited about. My job became my identity. God pulled me out of that so I could learn how to be an awesome mom and an awesome wife. God helped us build that foundation in our family, and once I had that revelation, I felt at peace." Today, she and her husband continue to harmonize family life with projects that express their faith and values. Stephen Baldwin.
I'm Doyle. And I'm Bud. And when we're not out saving the environment, we're thinking of you.
Stephen Baldwin, the youngest of the well-known Baldwin brothers, has had a diverse career as an American producer, actor, director, and activist. Before his spiritual awakening, Baldwin built a resume that included appearances in movies such as Biodome, The Flintstones in Viva Rock Vegas, Born on the 4th of July, Posse, 8 Seconds, and cult classic The Usual Suspects. Few people know this, but during filming The Usual Suspects, his co-star Kevin Spacey got him into the very non-Christian practice of transcendental meditation. While most of the productions were not critically acclaimed, some achieved a degree of popularity, cementing Baldwin's status in Hollywood. He details his life journey, career, and battles with addiction in his book, The Unusual Suspect. According to the book, he became a born-again evangelical Christian in the wake of the September 11th terrorist attacks. In 2008, Baldwin joined forces with conservative talk radio personality Kevin McCullough to co-host a Saturday radio show titled Baldwin/McCullough Radio. By April 18, 2009, their program had expanded its reach significantly, airing on 213 stations across more than 400 cities in the U.S., as well as globally on Sirius 161 and XM 227. This platform allowed Baldwin to express his Christian views to a wide audience. When questioned whether his outspoken faith has affected his Hollywood career, Baldwin stated, "Yes and no. It's unfortunate that because I have believed in Jesus for 15 years, there are many in Hollywood who are unwilling to work with me. That's not a guess. Casting people and producers have told me that they've brought up my name in a room and the response was, 'No way, we're not bringing that Bible guy in here.'" Denise Matthews. Denise Matthews, known to the world as Vanity, captured hearts in the 1980s as a Canadian singer, actress, and the striking frontwoman of Vanity 6. The girl group's hit Nasty Girl in 1982 skyrocketed her to fame, not only establishing her as a symbol of beauty but as a major force in the music world. Interestingly, before her music career took off, she had a brief but memorable appearance as a Miss Niagara Hospitality in 1977 beauty pageant, already hinting at the captivating presence she would bring to the entertainment industry. She also lit up the big screen in films like The Last Dragon and Action Jackson. A pivotal moment came in 1992 while filming Da Vinci's War. Actor Sam Jones invited her to read the Bible during a lunch break, sparking a profound change. Soon after, she became a born-again Christian, publicly vowing to reject sexually suggestive roles and abandoning the stage name Vanity for her birth name, Denise Matthews. In 1994, a drug overdose led to near-fatal kidney failure, hospitalizing her for 3 months. Doctors gave her only 3 days to live. While on life support, Matthews described a powerful spiritual experience. Jesus appeared to her, offering life in exchange for leaving behind the vanity persona. She later shared, "With the devil breathing down my neck, trying desperately to snatch and strangle me for hell, I repented." After this miraculous recovery, Matthews walked away from Hollywood, severing all ties and embracing a new life devoted to faith. After receiving a kidney transplant in 1997, Matthews dedicated her life to her faith. She traveled globally, speaking in churches and leading Pure Hearts Ministries in Fremont, California. Sadly, she passed away on February 15, 2016, from kidney failure. Pay tribute to Denise Matthews' memory. Comment, rip, and share a message of hope or inspiration that her story has given you. Andrew Garfield. English-American actor Andrew Garfield first gained widespread attention in 2010 for his portrayal of Eduardo Saverin in the acclaimed drama The Social Network. His career skyrocketed when he took on the iconic role of Spider-Man, appearing in The Amazing Spider-Man, its sequel, and later making a surprise return in Spider-Man: No Way Home. Interestingly, before all this superhero fame, Garfield had a passion for gymnastics in his youth. But back to the main story, Garfield at that point didn't identify strongly with any particular faith, nor did he know much about the figure of Jesus. This changed profoundly, however, when he prepared for his role as Father Sebastião Rodrigues, a 17th century Portuguese Jesuit priest in Martin Scorsese's profound film, Silence. To genuinely embody the character, Garfield dove headfirst into exploring Christianity. This wasn't just surface-level research. He spent time meeting with Jesuit priests, engaging with Christian scriptures, and even undertaking spiritual exercises similar to those practiced by the Jesuits. It was through this immersive experience that Garfield's perspective underwent a remarkable shift. Reflecting on this profound transformation, Garfield shared, "That was the most surprising thing. That was the most remarkable thing. Falling in love, and how easy it was to fall in love with Jesus." Father James Martin, a well-known Jesuit priest and author, acted as Garfield's spiritual guide throughout this process, helping the actor cultivate a deep understanding of God and the essence of faith. Zachary Levi. Zachary Levi, an American actor and singer, gained widespread recognition for his role as Chuck Bartowski in the NBC series Chuck. He further soared to fame playing the superhero Shazam in the DCEU's Shazam, and its sequel, Shazam! Fury of the Gods. It's interesting to note before his acting career took off, Levi deeply considered becoming a missionary, driven by his strong faith. He credits this faith with guiding him through an exceptionally challenging period. From childhood, he battled anxiety and depression. These feelings became so commonplace that he didn't fully grasp their seriousness. To manage, Levi turned to drugs and alcohol. His struggles escalated dramatically after his 2015 divorce from actress Missy Peregrym. This period saw Levi endure a mental breakdown and confront intense suicidal ideation. Recalling that time, Levi shared, "Ever since I was a little kid, I had a very real faith, and I have always leaned into God and into my faith and trust and followed. I haven't done it perfectly, but I got to this place where to feel abandoned and to feel like I didn't want to live anymore really shook my faith." Following an intensive 3-week therapy program, Levi's faith was revitalized, enabling him to regain command of his mental well-being. He attributes his recovery from depression and the stabilization of his life to God's intervention. Share your own experience with mental health struggles and how you overcame them. Type yes if you've struggled with mental health, and no if you haven't. Steve Harvey.
Yes.
Name a time people scream while having fun.
Having sex.
The multi-talented Steve Harvey has captivated audiences as a television host, actor, comedian, and producer. His journey began in the early 1980s with stand-up comedy, eventually leading him to host Showtime at the Apollo and Star in his own sitcom, The Steve Harvey Show. Did you know that before hitting it big, Harvey experienced homelessness, even sleeping in his car for 3 years? It was during this challenging period that he leaned heavily into his faith and began his journey back to God. In 2000, he rose to even greater heights as part of the original Kings of Comedy during their legendary tour, though his last stand-up performance was in 2012. Since taking the helm of Family Feud and Celebrity Family Feud in 2010, he's cemented his place as a beloved TV icon. Interestingly enough, while touring and doing stand-up, Steve always carried a Bible in his bag, a practice instilled in him by his devout Sunday school teacher mother. Harvey often credits his wife, Marjorie, with bringing profound transformation into his life and rekindling his happiness. "I wasn't who I wanted to be in life. A woman changed all that. The Lord saved my soul. Marjorie saved my life," he shared with HuffPost Live in 2007. He's been open about his lowest moments, recalling, "I was so lost, man. I stopped talking to God about my decisions. I was just doing what I wanted to do." Harvey often integrates his faith into The Steve Harvey Show, inviting Christian guests to discuss their beliefs and inspiring viewers with his own spiritual journey and ongoing growth. Gary Busey. Gary Busey, an American actor, rose to fame for his captivating portrayal of rock and roll legend Buddy Holly in The Buddy Holly Story. The role earned him not only an Academy Award nomination for Best Actor, but also the prestigious National Society of Film Critics Award for Best Actor. And before his big Hollywood break, would you believe Busey was actually a talented drummer, even playing with artists like Willie Nelson? His diverse film career includes notable performances in movies such as A Star is Born, DC Cab, Silver Bullet, and Eye of the Tiger. Busey's life took a dramatic turn, however, not just from Hollywood success, but also a near-fatal motorcycle accident in 1988, a harrowing experience that prompted his conversion to Christianity. In 1996, Busey publicly proclaimed his faith, stating emphatically, "I am proud to tell Hollywood I am a Christian. For the first time, I am now free to be myself." This commitment to his newfound faith was further intensified not only from the motorcycle accident, but also from a 1995 cocaine overdose that brought him to the brink of death. While Busey never left the entertainment world, his faith did begin to heavily influence the types of roles he selected and the manner in which he approached his craft. A rather memorable incident showcasing the intersection of his faith and his career occurred on the set of the 2003 film Quigley. In an interview with the AV Club, fellow actor Curtis Armstrong detailed an incident where Busey brought filming to a halt due to his objections to how heaven was being depicted. Armstrong shared, "Busey supposedly had done this. He'd been in an accident and died and came back. He showed up on a set made to look like heaven, and he looked around and said, 'I can't play this scene. It's nothing like this. I've been to heaven, and it doesn't look like this. That sofa's all wrong. That mirror is ridiculous. They don't even have mirrors.'" The situation apparently escalated to the point of a physical altercation with another actor. Regardless of these challenges, Busey has persistently maintained a career in Hollywood, openly and passionately expressing his beliefs. Montel Jordan. Music world knew Montel Jordan, born December 3, 1968 in Los Angeles, as the man behind the 1995 party anthem, "This Is How We Do It." A defining voice of 90s R&B, Jordan's debut single dominated the Billboard Hot 100 for 7 weeks. He followed up with more hits like "Something for the Honeys" and "Let's Ride," solidifying his place in music. Interestingly, though Jordan's early life was grounded in Christian values from his Baptist upbringing, musical success drew him away. In fact, while on tour, he got so caught up in the lifestyle that he nearly lost his family. One day, he found his then-girlfriend praying and crying on the floor, fearing their relationship was ending. He vowed to make a change and reconnected with her first, before connecting again with his faith. He strayed from his spiritual foundations as he embraced the persona of a successful R&B artist. In 2010, after splitting with his record label, Jordan planned a musical comeback. But during a spiritual fast at Victory World Church, he experienced what he described as a divine calling to abandon the music. Heeding this call, he put aside his career aspirations to focus on his faith. Now a devout Christian, Jordan resides in Atlanta, Georgia, actively involved in worship and service with Victory World Music, a ministry team at Victory World Church. Not only has the former R&B star become a minister, but he has also returned to music, this time creating gospel music, including an album titled Shake Heaven. Love this video? Show some love with a like and a subscribe. Hate it? A like would still be awesome, and your feedback in the comments will help me improve. Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry, a prominent American actor, playwright, filmmaker, and entrepreneur, is most famous for bringing the iconic character Medea to life. Perry's journey started in the world of stage plays, where his stories regularly explored themes of faith, perseverance, and the importance of family. Did you know that while Perry is known for being a multimillionaire now, at one point he was homeless, sleeping in his car? And those times when he was at his lowest are really what solidified his faith and made it the backbone of his creative work. His big break in the film industry came with Diary of a Mad Black Woman, the movie that introduced Medea to the big screen and became a huge financial success. Besides the Medea franchise, Perry has been a driving force behind countless hit projects as a writer, producer, and director. Some notable examples include Why Did I Get Married?, The Haves and the Have-Nots, and House of Pain. Known for being a deeply religious Christian, Perry often weaves narratives of redemption and forgiveness into his work, which you can clearly see in projects like The Haves and the Have-Nots. Black church traditions heavily influence Perry's work, and you can tell by the frequent church scenes, depictions of worship practices, and the incorporation of gospel music. Many of his stage and screen productions showcase strong religious messages and highlight the community aspects of African American churches. Even with his massive success, there was a time when Perry seriously thought about stepping away from Hollywood entirely. He's talked openly about how his faith led him to question if he truly belonged in the entertainment business. In the end, however, he realized that he could use his influence to uplift, inspire, and contribute to positive change. Perry maintains that by championing strong family values, celebrating diversity, and living according to his faith, he is serving a meaningful purpose within Hollywood. MC Hammer. MC Hammer, born Stanley Burrell, the man who made parachute pants a global phenomenon and taught the world "you can't touch this," is more than just a multi-platinum rapper, dancer, and producer. He was actually a bat boy for the Oakland A's before hitting it big, showing his early hustle and connection to his Oakland roots. Though raised in a Pentecostal church, Hammer drifted from his Christian faith during his meteoric rise to fame. His self-written and starring film, Please Hammer, Don't Hurt Him. The movie actually showed glimpses of his religious upbringing, However, despite massive success with hits like Too Legit to Quit, his career faced turbulence. Critics labeled him a sellout, and by 1994, Hammer filed for bankruptcy, drowning in over $13 million of debt. This personal crisis led to a profound religious reawakening, and he even considered entering the ministry. In the late 1990s, Hammer made a comeback with the album Family Affair, infused with spiritual and uplifting lyrics that reflected his recommitment to Christ. He became the host of MC Hammer and Friends, a Christian ministry program on the Trinity Broadcasting Network, TBN, and frequently appeared on TBN's Praise the Lord, openly sharing his ministry work. An ordained minister, Hammer officiated several high-profile weddings, including Corey Feldman and Susie Spriggs on October 30th, 2002, and Vince Neil of Mötley Crüe and Leah Gerardini's in January 2005. In a TBN interview, Hammer shared that he redefined MC to mean man of Christ, signifying his spiritual transformation. Today, Hammer continues to preach and remains active in various ventures, creating music, running a social media business, and hosting a television show. He also passionately dedicates time to prison outreach and youth ministries, using his platform to inspire hope and faith in others. Sherri Shepherd. Sherri Shepherd, a well-known American actress, comedian, author, and television personality, first gained widespread recognition for her co-hosting gig on the popular talk show, The View. Initially brought up as a Jehovah's Witness, Shepherd's connection with organized religion waned in the early 1990s. She actually began her career with hilarious stand-up routines before moving into acting, finding work in TV sitcoms like Suddenly Susan and Everybody Loves Raymond. But her career really exploded in 2007 when she became a fixture on The View, making her a household name across America. It's also interesting to know that before TV fame, Sherri worked as a legal secretary, and that practical, down-to-earth experience certainly informed the relatable humor that later made her famous. Beyond her talk show success, Shepherd has shown her acting chops in movies such as Precious and TV shows including 30 Rock. During her time on The View, Shepherd often talked about the importance of faith and how it had significantly shaped her life choices. She has openly talked about a particularly rough period when she was dealing with her mother's death, being evicted, and had a stalker ex-boyfriend. That tumultuous time, she says, actually pushed her to reevaluate her life and deepen her spiritual journey. Speaking about her stand-up comedy past, Shepherd once said, "It was dirty. I thought I had to be Eddie Murphy, and it was working. It was very dirty, vulgar, and blue. I had a following. I had a huge gay following because I did all the clubs in West Hollywood, all the gay pride parades and festivals. When you go into those kind of clubs, all-male clubs, it kind of lends itself to being blue. I would get on stage and do an hour. Oh man, I was so blue. But I got a big following. It was very hard to let all that material go because I lost a lot of my following." Angus T. Jones. Angus T. Jones, a former child actor, gained fame for his role as Jake Harper in the hit sitcom 2.5 Men. His early career included appearances in films like See Spot Run and The Rookie, but his breakthrough came in 2003 when he landed the part of Charlie Sheen's nephew's wisecracking character in the popular show. As he matured, Jones felt a stronger connection to his Christian faith. Interestingly, this was partly influenced by attending Seventh-day Adventist services with his mother. In November 2012, he publicly announced his baptism and his intention to exit 2.5 Men, controversially referring to the series as filth and citing a clash with his beliefs. Jones shared, "I just had this big wake-up call. I felt God was speaking to me. There were so many other things I could have steered off into that could have made me just another statistic." The young actor wrestled with deep guilt during his time on the sitcom, finding it hard to harmonize his growing devotion with a show featuring themes of sex, substance abuse, and questionable moral choices. On March 18, 2014, he confirmed his departure, declaring, "You cannot be a true God-fearing person and be on a television show like that." Looking back on his later seasons with the program, Jones expressed feeling like a hypocrite because of how sharply the series' content conflicted with his religious values. Post 2.5 Men, Jones openly criticized the sitcom, urging viewers to boycott it altogether. He eventually enrolled at the University of Colorado Boulder, quietly pursuing a different path away from the glare of Hollywood. Steve McQueen. Steve McQueen, often referred to as the King of Cool, was a legendary American actor who rose to fame in the 1960s and 1970s. Known for his rugged persona and magnetic charisma, McQueen became one of the most iconic stars of his era, appearing in films like The Magnificent Seven, The Great Escape, and Bullitt. His performance in The Sand Pebbles even earned him an Academy Award nomination. However, McQueen's life was not without its struggles. As a child and teenager, he was involved with gangs, committed crimes, and eventually spent time at the California Junior Boys Republic, a public institution for troubled youth. Afterward, he found stability by joining the Marines and later transitioned into acting, where he found immense success. Beyond acting, McQueen had a passion for racing and aviation, and he eventually learned to fly planes. It was through his aviation hobby that McQueen met Sammy Mason, a flight instructor in his early 60s. During their time in the air, the two often had deep conversations about life's purpose and meaning. When McQueen asked Mason about the secret to a happy life, Mason revealed that it was his faith in Jesus Christ. Intrigued by Mason's answer, McQueen began attending Ventura Missionary Church with him and developed a growing interest in Christianity. Over time, the two met weekly for intense Bible study sessions, which had a profound impact on McQueen's spiritual journey. Tragically, about 6 to 8 months after beginning this faith exploration, McQueen became ill while filming The Hunter. Medical tests revealed he had cancer. Sadly, he passed away the following year, leaving behind a legacy not only as a Hollywood icon, but as a man who found faith in his final years. Denzel Washington.
Is there say I got to like you? No. All right then. Don't you eat every day?
Denzel Washington, the American actor, producer, and director, hailed by the New York Times in 2020 as the greatest actor of the 21st century, didn't always have it easy in Hollywood. Before his big break in St. Elsewhere, Washington actually worked as a summer camp counselor, a role that perhaps honed his ability to connect with and inspire others, skills that would later serve him well both on and off screen. He initially gained recognition in the NBC medical drama Saint, Elsewhere, and the military film A Soldier's Story. Beyond his extraordinary Hollywood success, Washington is a devout Pentecostal evangelical Christian and a longtime member of the West Angeles Church of God in Christ in Los Angeles. At the peak of his career, he seriously contemplated leaving acting to pursue ministry. In a 1999 interview, he revealed, "A part of me still says, maybe Denzel, you're supposed to preach. Maybe you're still compromising. I've had an opportunity to play great men and, through their words, to preach. I take what talent I've been given seriously and I want to use it for good." In an interview with Access Hollywood, Washington recounted a powerful encounter from his youth when a woman prophesied over his life, predicting he would preach the gospel to millions. She told him, "You know, young man, you are going to travel the world and speak or preach to millions of people." Christianity Today reported that Washington starts each day reading his Bible, intentionally chooses roles aligning with his faith, and has remained a committed member of West Angeles Church for over 3 decades, demonstrating a deep and enduring commitment to his beliefs. These stories are a powerful reminder that even amidst the glitz and glamour of Hollywood, a deeper calling can lead to radical life changes. Imagine leaving millions on the table or trading a penthouse for a pulpit. These stars prove that faith can be a more powerful force than fame. Did you ever feel lost despite having everything you ever wanted? Did these celebrities' journey resonate with your personal quest for something more? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If these stories moved you, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to Timeless Rewind for more inspiring content. Make sure to hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on our next deep dive. Top 20 Nicest Celebrities. Forget the red carpet rumors. Some of Hollywood's biggest names are secretly the kindest souls on earth. One A-lister anonymously paid off a struggling family's mortgage, while another spent hours comforting a sick child in a hospital. Get ready to have your perception of celebrity shattered as we reveal the top 20 nicest stars, proving that true sparkle comes from within. 1. The Rock. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson has remarkably transformed from a wrestling icon into one of Hollywood's most beloved personalities, adored for his infectious laugh and inspiring presence. His charisma shines through in every role, from blockbuster adventures like Jumanji to voicing memorable characters in animated films like Moana. Johnson's genuine love for his fans is evident in his personal interactions. He once famously rented out an entire movie theater so a young fan, battling cancer, and his family could privately watch his latest film together before anyone else. He's a beacon of positivity and humility, perfectly captured by his personal motto, "The key is, there is no key. Be humble, hungry, and the hardest worker in any room." His playful nature is hilariously evident in his dynamic with Kevin Hart. Their constant banter and affectionate ribbing are hallmarks of a deep, authentic friendship that audiences find irresistible. Hart often jokes about Johnson's ridiculously early workout schedule, once quipping, "He starts his day when owls are still deciding what to have for dinner." These lighthearted jabs not only entertain, but also highlight their strong bond, making their on-screen partnerships even more captivating. Beyond acting, Johnson serves as a powerful motivator, inspiring millions with his work ethic and generosity. Interestingly, Johnson actually started his day at 4 a.m. throughout his entire childhood because his father was in the newspaper delivery business. This helped build his character to the man we see now. He consistently shares uplifting messages, encouraging people to overcome challenges. Heartfelt gestures like the time he gifted his stunt double to Know I Read, his actual cousin, a brand new custom truck as a thank you for nearly 2 decades of hard work and numerous injuries, showcases his deep appreciation for those around him and his commitment to kindness. Dwayne Johnson's journey from wrestling champion to Hollywood A-lister is a powerful example of the impact of positivity and hard work, firmly establishing him as one of the most beloved figures in entertainment. 2. Adam Sandler.
So everyone's like, all right, we'll see you later, Shaq. In my head, I'm like, I gotta see Shaq's penis.
Adam Sandler is frequently lauded as one of Hollywood's most genuine and down-to-earth personalities, a stark contrast to the goofy characters he often portrays on screen. He's famous for his warm interactions with fans. It's not uncommon to see him chatting and taking photos, treating everyone with an approachable ease. Sandler even once crashed a random couple's wedding after noticing it from his hotel window. Talk about making a fan's day extra special. Jennifer Aniston, his frequent co-star, describes him as being like real family, a testament to the deep bonds he forms with those he works with. And family truly does seem to be at the core of Sandler's values. He once shared, "My father taught my whole family that family was the most important thing. If a family member needs you, you go and help them out," a principle he seems to live by daily. In fact, many of his films feature his friends and family in small roles or cameos, further illustrating his commitment to keeping his loved ones close. Despite achieving immense fame, Sandler remains remarkably grounded. He's admitted to feeling out of place in the celebrity spotlight, saying, "I don't like being out in public too much. Most of the characters I play are people who don't always feel comfortable beyond their small circle of friends." Maybe that's why he's often spotted rocking his signature oversized basketball shorts and t-shirts, keeping it real, even in Hollywood. Beyond his approachable nature, Sandler is known for his immense generosity and his desire to avoid conflict whenever possible. He has a reputation for treating everyone on set with respect, from the crew to his fellow actors. His ability to navigate the often cutthroat world of entertainment with such positivity is a testament to his character, earning him both the adoration of his audience and the unwavering respect of his Hollywood peers. 3. Chris Evans. Chris Evans, embodying the noble spirit of Captain America, isn't just a hero on screen. He's a beacon of kindness in real life. Known for his extensive charitable efforts, particularly his support for Christopher's Haven, which provides a home away from home for families battling childhood cancer. Amazingly, it wasn't always acting for Evans. He actually considered being a cartoonist at one point, designing characters and stories. But his passion for empathy pushed him to a role that would have a more tangible influence on the world. His visits to hospitals, connecting with young patients, mirror the compassion of his iconic Marvel character. While visiting children in a Phoenix hospital, far exceeding the planned time by staying 4 extra hours until he met every single child there, Evans was so touched he shared on social media, Met some true superheroes. Feeling inspired, blessed, touched. Thank you with all my heart. His sincere gratitude shines through, making every fan feel valued and respected. It's this very groundedness he attributes to his close-knit family. Growing up with 3 siblings, he said, taught him the importance of connection, support, and unwavering loyalty, values he carries with him today. Evans consistently demonstrates respect and warmth in every interaction, whether it's with devoted fans or fellow actors. He possesses a remarkable ability to make people feel seen and heard, often engaging in heartfelt conversations and really listening to their stories. His commitment to using his platform for good is unwavering, championing numerous causes and encouraging others to participate. In a world where celebrity actions often feel fleeting and insincere, Chris Evans stands out as a genuine example of integrity and compassion, showing us that true heroism extends far beyond movie screens. His own life ethos is perfectly captured by his words. Gratitude is the key to happiness, and he embodies this philosophy through both his grand gestures and his everyday acts of kindness. 4. Tom Hanks. Revered as Hollywood's ultimate nice guy, Tom Hanks boasts a career stretching across decades, not just filled with iconic roles in films like Forrest Gump and Saving Private Ryan, but also marked by genuine warmth. Remember when he photobombed a wedding photo shoot in Central Park? That's classic Hanks, always making fans feel special, whether it's a surprise appearance or a thoughtful gift. He often downplays his stardom, consistently highlighting the power of a simple act. Being kind always works. This mantra has endeared him to fans and co-stars, securing his spot as a national treasure. It wasn't just one wedding either. Hanks has made a hobby of turning up in random people's wedding photos. Once, while jogging in Central Park, he noticed a wedding and just joined in for a few pictures. Hanks's ability to connect is evident in his heartfelt social media presence and genuine fan interactions. He's open about sharing life lessons, especially during tough times, offering encouragement like this. If we take care of each other, this too shall pass. But what truly sets Tom apart is his persistent, down-to-earth kindness, earning him the fond nickname America's Dad. In an industry known for its ups and downs, Hanks remains a beacon of positivity, proving that success and likability can go hand in hand. As he modestly puts it, "I think they confused my not caring about a lot of things with being nice. I just show up for these things, photo shoots and stuff, and say, 'Hi, what do you want me to do?'" 5. Tom Hiddleston. Beyond his captivating performances, Tom Hiddleston is celebrated for a profound and genuine connection with his fan base. He's vocal about his appreciation, famously encouraging them with, never stop fighting, never stop dreaming," words that have become a mantra for many. His interactions are legendary. Forget the rushed autographs, Hiddleston immerses himself, ensuring each fan feels seen. Did you know that Hiddleston once performed Shakespeare in a small London pub to a crowd of just 30 people, mostly fans, just for the joy of it? It shows a depth of dedication that goes beyond the big screen. This same passion is evident at events like Comic-Con, where he becomes more than just a celebrity. He's a participant in a shared experience, crafting personal moments, like the time he spent an entire afternoon drawing Loki helmets with a young, aspiring artist in the crowd. Once, he even organized a surprise pizza party for fans who had been waiting in line overnight to see him. Hiddleston has been known to take selfies, sing "Happy Birthday," and offer a charming hand kiss, turning fleeting encounters into cherished memories. His down-to-earth nature shines through in his musings. You never know what's around the corner. It could be everything, or it could be nothing. It's a philosophy that speaks to both life's unpredictability and the power of human connection. Through consistent warmth and heartfelt gratitude, Tom Hiddleston fosters a true community, ensuring his fans feel like integral parts of his journey, making him a beloved figure not just for his talent, but his exceptional character. 6. Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman captivates audiences not just with his acting prowess, but with a huge, generous heart and genuine personality. Known for his warm and approachable nature, he often goes out of his way to connect with fans on a deeply personal level. In fact, Jackman once spontaneously joined a group of street performers in New York, juggling and singing with them for a delighted crowd, embodying his belief that, in life, you don't regret the things you do, you regret the things you don't do. Despite being one of Hollywood's biggest stars, he remains remarkably down-to-earth and friendly. This humility shines through in every interaction, whether he's sharing a laugh with fans or taking the time to listen to their stories at events. Jackman's commitment to making a difference further highlights his compassionate nature. In 2011, he started Laughing Man Worldwide, a foundation supporting educational programs and coffee farming communities in developing countries. And yes, he even opened up a cozy coffee shop in Tribeca, with all profits going directly to the cause. He once said of his giving philosophy, "Giving people a hand up, not a handout, is the way forward." For Jackman, human connection is paramount and is the foundation he builds his life upon. He has stated, "The activity of being a husband, a father, those are roles too, but underneath them is the spiritual center that connects us all." This beautifully encapsulates his heartfelt desire to foster meaningful relationships and support those around him. Through both his extensive charity work and his personal interactions, Hugh Jackman exemplifies what it means to be truly kind and empathetic, even in the dazzling spotlight of celebrity. 7. Emma Stone. Emma Stone has charmed audiences worldwide, not just with her acting talent, but with her refreshing authenticity and down-to-earth nature. Known for being remarkably grounded, she's openly shared her struggles with anxiety, even revealing once that she used baking as a therapeutic outlet, famously perfecting a sourdough recipe during a particularly intense filming period. She cleverly channels this vulnerability into her acting, often stating, "I realize I have a lot of amazing opportunities, but I don't know how you can play a human being going through real human experiences without being able to walk down the street." Stone's infectious optimism shines through when she quips, "The only way to get through life is to laugh your way through it. You either have to laugh or cry. I prefer to laugh. Crying gives me a headache." This shows her comfort in embracing her imperfections and a zest for finding humor even in difficult situations. Interestingly, Stone once surprised a group of high school drama students by dropping in on their rehearsal, offering them encouragement and sharing her own early acting bloopers, leaving them both starstruck and inspired. She values her support system deeply, explaining, "I am blessed with a great family and great people around me that would be able to kick me in the shins if I ever for 1 minute got lost up in the clouds." Stone also acknowledges the unique pressures women face in the public eye, candidly admitting, "It's a scary thing for a woman to put yourself out there and look like an idiot." Her perspective empowers others to embrace their true selves. She champions authenticity as key to personal happiness, often connecting with others through shared human experiences, humorously pointing out, "Nobody knows what they're doing. We're all just a bunch of people trying to figure out how to get through the day." Her honesty and self-effacing humor cement her status as not just a celebrated actress, but also as a relatable and genuinely kind person who underscores the importance of staying real. Enjoying this video? Like and subscribe for more. Not feeling it? A like would still be appreciated, and your comments will help me do better next time. 8. Paul Rudd. Paul Rudd consistently earns accolades, not just for seemingly defying age, but also for his down-to-earth charm, making him a beloved figure amongst fans and colleagues alike. Did you know that he once DJ'd a bar mitzvah for a fan's family as a complete surprise? He's known for making interviews feel more like friendly chats, often disarming people with his quick wit and self-deprecating humor. He once said, "Humor is the most important thing in life. It surpasses everything else, and it's the only thing that helps me cope with everything else," clearly showing his belief in the power of laughter. Rudd's chameleon-like ability to slip into diverse roles, from charming heartthrob in Clueless to the quirky superhero Ant-Man in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, speaks volumes about his acting range. He's so beloved in Hollywood circles that actress Kathryn Hahn once remarked, There's something about him that feels so effortlessly kindred. You just know him. It's clear he's managed to stay grounded despite his considerable fame. Whether embodying the perfect boyfriend or a shrinking superhero, Rudd infuses his roles with an undeniable relatability. There's a comforting warmth to his performances that deeply resonates with audiences, cementing his place as a fan favorite. And it's not just on screen. Rudd is known for small, thoughtful gestures like remembering crew members' names or bringing coffee for everyone. He stands out as a beacon of positivity in an industry often riddled with controversy. Paul Rudd embodies the rare Hollywood ideal, a genuinely good person. His continued ability to connect with people both on and off screen cements his status as a truly treasured public figure. John Cena. Despite portraying a tough guy persona in the WWE, John Cena is widely celebrated for his extraordinary generosity and authentic connections with his admirers. Notably, he holds the Guinness World Record for granting the most wishes through the Make-A-Wish Foundation, surpassing 650 wishes, showcasing his dedication to making dreams come true. Cena once said, "I just drop everything. If I can offer a fantastic experience, I'll be first in line to do my part," showing he goes above and beyond to make each child feel special and valued. A fan once noted, he once spent an entire day with a child who just wanted to play video games, showing no signs of hurry or impatience, and that was not part of an official event, underscoring his deep empathy and willingness to invest personal time beyond formal obligations. Cena clearly holds his followers in high regard, frequently expressing his gratitude at public appearances, creating heartwarming and inspiring interactions. In a profoundly moving moment, Cena surprised a young fan who, having fled war in Syria with his family, was deeply moved to tears by the encounter. Reflecting on their time together, Cena shared, "This was a wonderful adventure in which I got to meet a wonderful new friend. Thank you for giving me strength." Cena's influence goes far beyond wrestling, establishing him as a sports icon and beloved figure who promotes kindness and civic participation. As he continues to connect with fans, Cena serves as an embodiment of hope, continually reminding everyone, "You're only as good as your next match." At all costs, try to lead into humility, empathy, and kindness. 12. Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton, a beacon of Southern charm, shares a genuine and heartfelt connection with her admirers, treating each one as if they were kin. Despite her monumental success, once turning down Elvis because he wanted to record "I Will Always Love You," where she'd lose publishing, a decision that eventually made her millions. She remains remarkably down-to-earth. She once beautifully captured her essence. "I'm very real where it counts, and that's inside," underscoring the authenticity that defines her bond with fans. Beyond her musical accolades, Parton is lauded for her extensive philanthropic work. Her most notable endeavor, the Dolly Parton Imagination Library, gifts free books to children globally, fostering a love for reading and laying the groundwork for their future success. Her generosity extends to numerous causes, from disaster relief to healthcare advancements, notably including a substantial $1 million donation towards the development of the Moderna COVID-19 vaccine. She once insightfully remarked, underscoring the value of reading, "The seeds of dreams are often found in books." Parton's infectious positivity and kindness are evident in every interaction, be it with devoted fans or fellow artists. Showing her far-reaching compassion, she publicly supported Britney Spears during a difficult period, stating, "I think she is a wonderful artist and I wish her the best." This empathy is a hallmark of her character, consistently advocating for those facing adversity. In a world often marked by conflict, Dolly Parton shines as a symbol of hope and inspiration. She demonstrates the profound power of kindness and generosity to effect meaningful change, leaving an enduring legacy not only through her music, but also through the countless lives she has touched with her unwavering compassion and humanitarian spirit. 13. Benedict Cumberbatch. The esteemed actor Benedict Cumberbatch garners praise not just for his captivating performances, but also for his genuine gratitude towards his fan base. He often expresses his thanks for their unwavering support, stating, "I know that feeds the whole thing, but I am a human being, and I have to acknowledge that they are so devoted and committed." This humility shines through in his fan interactions. He dedicates time to chatting, ensuring each person feels valued and seen. Did you know before his rise to stardom, Cumberbatch taught English in a Tibetan monastery? This experience perhaps cultivated the deep empathy and grounded nature he consistently demonstrates. A striking example of his fan appreciation occurred at Comic-Con. He surprised waiting fans by personally walking the line, taking photos and sparking conversations, leaving many utterly delighted. His willingness to connect on a personal level showcases his down-to-earth personality, a quality that has endeared him to countless admirers. Moreover, Cumberbatch has shown remarkable compassion in demanding situations. In a now famous video, he protected a fan from being crushed in a crowd, firmly but gently directing others to back up to ensure her safety. This action highlighted a profound respect for his supporters, further cementing his reputation as a celebrity who remains grounded despite immense fame. The story is actually more touching. The fan was autistic, and Cumberbatch, after ensuring her safety, personally apologized to her for the chaos, showing a level of care that went far beyond mere crowd control. In a world where many celebrities become detached, Cumberbatch stands apart due to his humility and warmth. He remains grateful for the opportunities his fans have given him, truly embodying the spirit of a kind-hearted celebrity who treasures the bond he shares with his audience. Rate Cumberbatch's kindness from 0 to 5. Is he one of the nicest celebrities out there? 14. Ryan Reynolds. Beyond his blockbuster film roles, Ryan Reynolds shines as a beacon of genuine charm and self-deprecating humor. Famous for his quick wit, he effortlessly connects with people through his down-to-earth persona. He once quipped, "I'm just a guy who likes to make people laugh," a statement that perfectly captures his commitment to spreading joy through his craft. In fact, his dedication to humor was so strong that he once hilariously crashed Hugh Jackman's interview, donning a full-body spandex suit dedicated to Jackman's birthday. Reynolds is profoundly devoted to his family, frequently expressing deep love and admiration for his wife, Blake Lively, and their children. During a heartfelt moment at his Hollywood Walk of Fame ceremony, he shared, "You make everything better. Absolutely everything in my life better," highlighting the pivotal role his family plays in his life. He champions the importance of nurturing his children's individual interests, stating, "When they're older, they can do whatever the hell they want," showing his supportive parenting style. He has always considered Blake as a life and career partner. He once mentioned that they help each other to read scripts and help each other to improve. Beyond his family and professional life, Reynolds is lauded for his philanthropic endeavors, notably his frequent visits to children's hospitals. He often arrives dressed as his iconic character, Deadpool, not just to entertain, but to genuinely uplift the spirits of young patients battling illness. These visits transcend the superhero facade. They are a testament to his heartfelt desire to bring moments of happiness to those facing adversity. He learned the importance of giving back from his father, who battled Parkinson's disease for many years. Reynolds has been involved in fundraising efforts for Parkinson's research, honoring his father's memory and making a tangible impact on the lives of others. For Garner. Beloved for both her acclaimed acting career and her remarkably down-to-earth, approachable nature, Jennifer Garner often shares insights that resonate deeply with many. She once reflected, "My mother is a big believer in being responsible for your own happiness." She always talked about finding joy in small moments, revealing her appreciation for life's simple pleasures. Once she was even spotted by paparazzi, buying ingredients in a local supermarket for her famous cookies and hand-delivering them to doctors, nurses, and aides during the COVID-19 crisis. A dedicated mother, Garner approaches her parental role with wholehearted commitment. She's been open about the complexities of motherhood, remarking, "I try to be the best version of myself, and to have faith that they're watching me as carefully when I do something right as they do when I roll through a stop sign." This honesty highlights her commitment to setting a positive example for her children, Violet, Serafina, and Samuel. Instead of just focusing on her biological children, she also takes on the responsibility of educating many children by being an active board member of Save the Children organization. Often dubbed a domestic goddess, Garner revels in simple pleasures like cooking and quality family time. Did you know that Garner has a hidden talent? She's an accomplished saxophonist and was even part of her high school marching band. Her warm and genuine personality shines through in interviews, where she consistently appears gracious and authentic. She once said, "I have no reason not to be nice," encapsulating her philosophy on life and interactions with others. Garner extends respect and kindness to everyone she meets, whether it's surprising Starbucks customers by paying for their drinks or sharing baked goods with frontline workers. Her warmth and authenticity have endeared her to many, proving she's far more than just a Hollywood star. She is also known for her co-founding of the organic baby food company Once Upon a Farm, aiming to provide children with nutritious and accessible food options. This venture further highlights her nurturing personality and commitment to the well-being of children beyond her own family. 17. Kelly Clarkson. Kelly Clarkson, emerging from the reality TV crucible of American Idol to become a multi-Grammy award-winning music icon, has captivated hearts globally, not just with her powerhouse vocals, but also with her authentic and engaging personality. Known for her down-to-earth demeanor and genuine warmth, Clarkson consistently interacts with everyone with respect and empathy, creating a welcoming space for all. In one instance, Kelly surprised a struggling Nashville family, whose house was severely damaged by a tornado, by fully furnishing their temporary housing and establishing a long-term connection with them. Did you know that before hitting it big on Idol, Kelly worked as a cocktail waitress and even auditioned for the show just because a roommate encouraged her, and she thought that one no would not kill her? Her Emmy-winning talk show, The Kelly Clarkson Show, serves as a vibrant extension of her personality. Here she connects with guests and viewers in a deeply personal and sincere way. Described as hyper and excitable in her interviewing style, her emotions and genuine enthusiasm shine through. She often shares relatable personal stories when welcoming guests, instantly creating a warm and inviting atmosphere, just like she would with old friends. Clarkson's genuine nature hasn't gone unnoticed. It's praised by industry peers and fans alike. One critic noted, "Kelly is one of a kind. The world is now discovering how just awesome, down-to-earth, empathetic, and caring she is. She's a natural, doesn't have to try too hard, which is probably why she got a show in the first place." There's not a lot of authenticity out there, but most people love it when they see it, and that's what Kelly brings. She's simply herself. Beyond the cameras, Clarkson's kindness shines brightly. She actively supports various charitable causes, notably Houses of Hope. This organization is dedicated to aiding orphanages and building homes for children in South Africa affected by HIV/AIDS, abuse, and poverty. Her profound compassion and proactive community involvement further solidify her reputation as one of Hollywood's most beloved and genuinely kind-hearted personalities. 18. Mark Hamill.
2 other birthdays, a bar mitzvah, and a supermarket opening, so.
Forever etched in our minds as the heroic Luke Skywalker from Star Wars, Mark Hamill carries his legendary status with a down-to-earth appreciation for his fans' steadfast devotion. Despite soaring to intergalactic fame, Hamill remains remarkably grounded, connecting with admirers through playful jokes and genuine warmth. Believe or not, Hamill is also a prolific voice actor, lending his iconic voice not just to Luke Skywalker in animated series and video games, but to a host of characters and even villains, including the Joker, in several Batman animated series and games. His comedic flair shines during fan encounters. He often pokes fun at his 1976 Star Wars audition, hilariously pointing out script oddities like Han Solo being called Hans, and admitting he initially thought Harrison Ford was the star. Once, when presented with trivia about Luke's most annoying habit, asking endless questions, Hamill quipped, I got a smile to think of someone actually sitting through the whole trilogy just to count and keep track of how many questions I asked. Hamill's thankfulness for his fans is undeniable. He's a whirlwind of activity on social media, often replying to messages and posts with sincere gratitude. He also pops up unannounced at Star Wars conventions, thrilling his loyal followers. In a Parade magazine feature, Hamill shared his view on the heart of the Star Wars saga, stating, "The legacy of Star Wars is not just about movies, it's about bringing people together." This perfectly captures Hamill's feelings about his iconic role and the bond he shares with his fans. Mark Hamill's mix of humor, humility, and heartfelt connection with his audience has cemented his place as a beloved cultural icon. His embrace of the Star Wars legacy and authentic appreciation for his supporters show a celebrity who stays grounded despite reaching stratospheric success. 19. Denzel Washington.
Is there say I got to like you?
No.
All right then. Don't you eat every day?
Denzel Washington embodies a timeless Hollywood grace, consistently bringing a sense of enduring elegance to each of his performances. Known for his eloquent delivery and thoughtful demeanor, he serves as a beacon of civility in an often chaotic industry. "I work hard for the audience. It's entertainment. I don't need validation," he once said, demonstrating a commitment to his craft and a respect for those who appreciate it. Interestingly, before hitting it big in Hollywood, Denzel worked as a counselor at a summer camp, a testament to his down-to-earth nature even before the fame and fortune. Beyond his serious exterior, Washington possesses a surprising sense of humor that endears him to fans and colleagues alike. This lightheartedness adds another layer to his professional persona, making him a joy to work alongside. He deeply values his fans, often taking the time to engage with them personally, recognizing their importance to his success. He encapsulates this beautifully with, "You never know who you touch. You never know how or when you'll have an impact." Despite his immense talent and numerous accolades, including 2 Oscars, Washington remains remarkably grounded. He champions humility and hard work, stating, "I've worked in a factory. I was a garbage man. I like to think that I'm just a regular guy." It is this combination of down-to-earth sensibility and dedication to his craft that makes him not just an exceptional actor, but a truly inspirational figure. Washington's influence extends beyond the screen, encompassing the grace and dignity he carries throughout his personal and professional life. 20. Keanu Reeves. Born on September 2, 1964, Keanu Reeves isn't just the action hero from the Matrix and John Wick franchises, he's also a beacon of humility and generosity. Famous for his down-to-earth attitude, he treats everyone with respect, no matter their background. He once famously said, "Money doesn't mean anything to me. I've made a lot of money, but I want to enjoy life and not stress myself building my bank account." Instead of hoarding his wealth, he quietly donates millions to cancer research in children's hospitals, embodying his belief in living a life of purpose over one of material accumulation. And speaking of purpose, Reeves is a passionate motorcycle enthusiast, co-founding Arch Motorcycle Company, demonstrating his love for craftsmanship and hands-on creativity outside of the film industry. He's also known for his countless small acts of kindness towards fans and strangers. There are countless stories of him giving up his subway seat to someone carrying heavy bags or standing patiently in the rain outside his own movie's wrap party rather than disturb those inside. Fan encounters often highlight his genuinely warm personality. He also emphasizes mindfulness, stating, "Sometimes we get so caught up in our daily lives that we forget to take the time out to enjoy the beauty in life." This speaks volumes about his empathetic nature and his ability to appreciate the simple things. Keanu Reeves exemplifies compassion and empathy through both grand gestures and everyday interactions, making him a truly refreshing figure in Hollywood. He continuously shows us that kindness can flourish anywhere, and his lasting legacy of generosity serves as an inspiration to many. Having journeyed through these heartwarming tales of Hollywood's hidden generosity, it's clear that genuine kindness can shine even brighter than the flashiest awards. Did you know one celebrity secretly funds a shelter for rescued animals, while another spends their holidays volunteering at a soup kitchen? Now it's your turn to weigh in. Who among these stars touched your heart the most? Share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to Timeless Rewind for more uplifting content, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a story. Let's keep this wave of positivity rolling and inspire even more acts of kindness.